Well, the selection process has been refined over the years. We go out in July with the members of the committee, and we have a scoring sheet, a scoring system, and we judge the front yard, the back and rear if there is one, and then overall garden practices. And our front yard, the main thing we look at is design and creativity, color and overall effect, and then plant variety. For the backyard, we do about the same. All of those things, creativity, design, how the homeowner has put his extra special touch on the backyard. Sometimes we see special features such as pots and arbors and ponds, but it's not required. Just the overall effect of everything. And then lastly, it is the garden practices. The main thing we're looking at there is weed-free. It has to be very neat and weed-free, and of course, the homeowner has to do their own work.
The first recipients of this prestigious award are Pat and Deborah Dudek, who now enter into the Hall of Fame with this third win.
I was obviously elated, humble, proud, happy, happy, happy.
And it's apparent when looking at Deborah's hard work that there is one flower in particular that makes her happy.
As you walk around my yard, it will be very evident to you that I am a rose fan. So I have 62 rose bushes between the front and the backyard. And I also am a fan of hydrangeas. You'll see that I have them in the front, and I work hard to get them blue, so I like them that way. Also, I like to have lots of perennials other than the roses and hydrangeas in the backyard. So you will also see that I have a lot of Rebecca, so that I still have, which is black-eyed Susan, so I still have color in the fall. And purple coneflower, which is also great for the birds who love to eat the seeds.
And for Deborah, it's all about her love of Mother Nature.
Number one, it's a lot of fun. It's very therapeutic. So I like to keep busy. I like to be outside, and I really love the beauty of nature. There's just nothing like Mother Nature.
And now, Deborah offers some advice.
Number one gardening tip would be with roses, of course. So my secret is using the Bare Advanced All-in-One product. That one will keep your roses free of disease, free of the Japanese beetles, which can be so devourous. It also fertilizes your roses. It's 3-in-1, get it!
Our next Beautification Award winner is enjoying the honor for the second time.
I was very happy. I spent a lot of time in the yard doing it. Enjoy creating different colors, and we partnered with our neighbors, so I really did enjoy it.
Bob enjoys playing with color themes in his gardens.
Well, this year we tried to do red. Red and lime green was our color theme, so we went with that. Enjoyed doing the nurseries, planning with whatever we can. We were nominated to the Garden Walk, thank you. So we did enjoy doing that. Our theme pretty much throughout the yard was red and lime green, like I said.
Bob has spent his lifetime in this area and knows the land well. He offers some advice.
Growing up in this neighborhood, everything was sand. So mulch is a big key to gardening in this area right here. I mulch every year, all the leaves from the maple trees that we have, and I put them into the flower beds.
And all that hard work comes from love and a little competition.
Well, my job allows me to do it. I work in the evening, so I have the mornings off. It's a hobby that I enjoy doing. Like I said, partnering with the neighbors, the two other Beautification Award winners, we try to outdo each other. So it's kind of like a competition.
Moving on to the other half of that competition, let's check out the gardens at the home of Bill Goodwin and Elaine Starzyk, who are second-time winners themselves.
We work with the neighbors, and word gets around, and then we like, okay, this is going to probably go down this year again. So that's the way we found out about it.
I was really excited. I work very hard on my yard. I enjoy it. Spend many hours every day out in the garden. So it's a great honor to be nominated and to win again.
As already stated, competition with the neighbors is very motivating.
It's a lot of fun, and we do a lot of different things, and we buy different plants and flowers, so it's always interesting to see what my neighbors are doing, and I might sometimes buy similar plants, but so it's always fun to see what they're doing, and you know, maybe I can incorporate some of that in my yard, or what may or may not work.
I like a good looking place, and it's part of it. I don't know if we can keep this up forever, but we've heavily modified the place from when we first moved in more than 25 years ago. So stuff comes out, stuff goes in. Things die, they get replaced.
And with these gardens, it's all about color.
Usually I change colors every year with some of my main featured flowers out in the front and some in the back. Couple years back, the impatiens got this downy mildew, which I experienced. It was terrible because I usually put about 8 flats of impatiens in my backyard, and the local nurseries didn't know what it was initially, and I kept buying more. And I put in impatiens this year, and they did terrific, even though a lot of the places were not selling them. So, so I go for certain colors. I add perennials every year to go with that will kind of go with any color. Like I'll do a lot of purples and whites. So no matter what color geranium or impatiens or whatever I put in, whatever annuals, that will match.
I take orders. She and I work together, and I come up with ideas and concepts, the bike and odds and ends like that. And my job is I'm the slave whipping boy that when it comes to the heavy digging and and all that. And she's the actual off to the stores and shopping at the nurseries, and we work on colors together. And she bounces stuff off at me and then looks for like what do you think, and okay, I like that, and synergy.
And now, some tried and true advice from Bill and Elaine.
Every year you're going to have an infestation of whatever, and it's going to mow down. One year it's Japanese beetles, next year it's the earwigs, next year it's rabbits. So it's always something that's just part of the package, so you just got to learn to roll with it.
I know Bill mentioned about a lot of the infestation you get or disease, and that's always sickening because it might take away a tree or a plant, and we've experienced a lot of that. We try to maybe try some homemade recipes first before buying the store products to try and kill these things. So I guess that would be a tip, to try that first, just to save the plant from whether it be a bug or type of disease. So. My mother grew up on a farm, and we still have the farm in our family, so I spent my summers as a kid at our farm, and we grew everything, mostly vegetables, not so much the flowers. So I think it's in my blood to be working out in the yard. It's very relaxing. I just, I'll stay out till dark in the evenings, and same on the weekends. I'll be out here all day, and I just love it, and I love looking at what grows after, how beautiful the flowers look, and just walking through. So yeah, it's a passion of mine, and I hope to one day take the Master Gardener course.
Our next Beautification Award winner is a familiar face, as he was Township Supervisor from 1996 to 2000. Rick Botcher is enjoying his retirement and was thrilled to hear of this award.
I was surprised. Put a lot of time and effort into these gardens, ones on back, but I don't know who nominated me, but it was a nice gesture.
A nice gesture to be recognized for something he truly loves.
It was always good to get out and plant things and weed, and in the winter plan the layout of the next spring's garden. That's what you really have to do. So if you take a look at these gardens, you'll see I planted them. I laid them all up in my mind so that when the spring came, I could plant them. Perennials, absolutely, all kinds. Phlox. My grandfather used to grow phlox back in Boston, so I grow phlox in Michigan. I mean, there's some things I do. My other grandmother, on my father's side, she grew rhododendrons and azaleas, so I get a few of those.
And it's those childhood memories and people who have passed that have provided the inspiration for all the hard work.
When I was a little kid, I had a garden, but nothing grew. Little bush beans, it got about this big. I enjoyed it. The soil wasn't the best. Out here now, you know, obviously the soil is much better, and I'm able to accomplish some things. But my grandparents, the one set came from Newfoundland, my mother's side, and they got about 3 months of growing season. 3 months, and that's it. So you can't grow much. And then they moved to Boston, and they thought, whoa, we had 8 months now, and I guess they went over the top with gardening. In my father's side, I just discovered since I was retired, I did the ancestry tree and found that the grandparents didn't come from Germany; they came from the Ukraine. So their growing season in northern Ukraine is about 3 months too. So my grandmother on the other side, she just went bananas about azaleas, rhododendrons. So yeah, I grew up watching those people, and I'm teaching my grandson now, you know. I named that garden his, Colin's Garden.
And Colin's Garden is a great way to enjoy life with a grandson.
You know, so he's got some stake in it, because he's got to work. You got to work. He's only 4 years old, but I say, you got to work out here now. You're a working man.
And as Colin's Garden and many others flourish, Rick offers some advice.
Oh, prepare the soil correctly. Make sure you cultivate in the spring numerous times, every week, twice a week, and use the right fertilizer. And gardening is it's a fun, and I'm on the corner here, so everybody sees it, so it makes me feel good.
Our next Beautification Award winner brings us to the home of Keith and Sheila Brownlee.
Well, I was pretty pumped up. I didn't know who nominated me, and so I got this little letter in the mail that said, you'll be nominated. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. But then I was kind of disappointed because I lost so much of my stuff in my backyard this year. So I had big patches of garden that were dead and needed attention and what have you. But so I worked my little tail off and got stuff ready before they came to look at the garden. So I was really excited.
And all that hard work paid off, though it came with challenges.
The backyard is very difficult to grow. We have big trees in the back and lots of shade. So it's been a process of trial and error to see what will work and what will not work. I've been really fortunate to have an extremely close friend who has a horticultural degree from Michigan State University, and he has helped me tremendously with my garden. And he used to, their farm is now closed, but they used to have a farm where they sold annuals to like Frank's and Home Depot, places like that. So I used to get all my annuals at Buddy Price, which was way fun. So I would normally plant 100 flats of annuals every year, and that was awesome. But now they don't have the farm anymore, and they don't get Buddy Price, so that's like not going to happen. So I've started to plant more and more perennials, and that's been fun for me because it's been a learning process because I wasn't real big into that before. So I have my courtyard behind me. And I do get a little more sun out here, so that makes it fun for me because I can have some things that I don't have to have from the backyard. So I've just been plugging away at it. And my grandfather from Scotland, who I never knew, was also a horticulturalist. So I kind of feel like it's in my bones. Not that I ever learned anything from him, but it's been kind of interesting. So I love my garden. I'm out here every day, and usually from sun up till sundown. And I just love being in the dirt and watching things grow.
And with all those hours playing in the dirt, Sheila has some inspiration to share.
I would say just go to the garden center, pick out something you love, and see if it works. don't be afraid to let things die. Just don't buy a whole bunch of stuff. Try a new plant, see what works, see what doesn't work, and just go from there and build your garden from there. Also, friends are a great resource, especially for perennials. Perennials are the sharing garden. So, you know, you take stuff to a friend's house and say, here, I've got a bunch of this for you to try. How about you give me some of that? And so perennials are a fun way to swap around and get new plants and see what'll work for you. But just dig in and see what works.
And as Sheila digs in, she carries someone special in her heart.
You know, I've always really enjoyed the garden. My mother always had a really nice garden, and she passed away when I was young. So I kind of feel like that's something that I can keep going from her. So I appreciate the fact that she's in my garden with me.
Our next Beautification Award winner showcases some European flair right here in Shelby Township.
When I found out I was winning one, I did not think I was going to win, number one. And everybody kept telling me, friends and family, oh, you'll win. But I figured that's what friends and family are supposed to say, right? So I just was shocked when you could have just knocked me right over. I was totally shocked when I won and very happy. It's nice to be noticed by the township as opposed to friends and family who, like I said, are supposed to say that your place looks beautiful. So it was just wonderful.
The township got it right because this home is truly beautiful.
Before there was a problem with the impatiens, I used to do a lot of impatiens in the front, which did very, very well because it's very shady in front. But since they came up with that disease, I've been told I can't plant them for a few years. So haven't really found a plant out in front that I really, really like as much as the impatiens, but we've planted begonias and they do okay, not as well. We've been here now for 16, 17 years, so a lot of the plantings that I've done, I started back then. Some of the hydrangeas, which are my absolute favorite flower, some of the kids in the family have bought for me on Easter or whatever, so I plant them in the ground and they've done also very well. This year not so great because of the winter, but in the past they're just beautiful. I bring a lot of things back with me from Italy, a lot of ceramics and things like that. So the house inside and hopefully out has a bit of a European flair to it, is what we like. It is very peaceful back here, very private, very peaceful, very quiet. We love it.
I asked Mary what inspires her, and the answer is something we can all understand.
The end result is always inspiring because everything always looks so well, does so well, looks so beautiful. I love flowers, I love color, so it looks great. So the end result is usually what inspires me. If you're going to plant flowers and gardens and things like that, you have to be slightly educated on where to put plants and what you have to do. So there's a lot of pruning or deadheading, water every night, sometimes twice a day, even when I don't feel like doing it. I get out here and I do it. Fertilize, you have to do it. But the end result will make you very, very happy. And when I look at how beautiful things are, it just makes me smile.
But how exactly does Mary achieve such impressive results?
Miracle Grow. Miracle Grow is great. It makes everything get big and beautiful, and fertilize with Miracle Grow and make sure you have the right one for whatever you're dealing with, because they have a lot of different kinds, and just once every couple of weeks, get out there and put your Miracle Grow down in your flowers. You'll have great results.
Our next Beautification Award winner was surprised to be recognized for something that comes so natural.
Kind of surprised. You know, I just figured the garden was nice, we take care of it. And you know, I didn't think it was a big deal, is what I'm trying to say.
And as you will see, Diane's hard work is a big deal, and it sure has paid off.
Well, in the back, the garden is all ferns, hostas, different perennial flowers. My pride and joy are my hydrangeas, and that was the big topic with the garden walk. Everybody was asking about the hydrangeas and the colors, how you keep them this, and you know, the blue, the pink. In the front we have a lot of lilies going on, and I plant annuals in the front to go blend in, and my husband does all the landscaping. I pretty much take care of the backyard, the gardens, but of course he does the grass and the rest of the hard work.
And when asked to define her work, Diane keeps it simple.
I don't know, just nice, just plain nice. It's not a country look. It's not real traditional. It's just kind of a blend of everything. Always liked flowers, gardening. Ever since we got married, we always did. The outside, pride and joy. Just like the inside, we just like everything around us nice.
Our final award belongs to a business right here in Shelby Township.
Well, it's nice to have won it. It's something that we do all the time here. Is every year we do this planning. It's mainly to create an interest in the building. I don't know the motivation. My family has been doing this since the 1800s. So, I mean, it's just something that's bred into me. I do it because I enjoy doing it, and it makes the place look nice, and that's what it's all about.
And that creativity certainly gets people to walk through the door.
I try to keep the same colors every year because it blends with what's going on, and I try to make it colorful so that people see it right away. And we not only do the planning, but every season we change it. Right now we have the witches on the wall because it's, with Halloween coming up and so forth. And at Christmas we put big wreaths and a lot of lights and so forth, and spent a lot of time keeping the building look nice all the time.
Michael is obviously a skilled gardener, and he offers some advice.
Well, it's watering and fertilizing. I fertilize once a week, and that's something a lot of people don't do. And especially when you have plants in a planter and not in the ground, they need to be fertilized more often. And the hanging baskets and so forth have to be fertilized on a regular basis, and that's something that people don't do. And that's the secret to keeping the flowers coming on and lasting a long time.
Congratulations go out to the 2014 Beautification Award winners. It is your hard work that keeps Shelby Township beautiful. For more information on the Beautification Committee, go to shelbytwp.org.